So last week's update, week 20, the weeds were winning. Not this week. This week, Kathy's winning. Last week, you could barely walk down these aisles from all the weeds. A lot of sweating going on to clear this up. Hey friends, welcome back to week 21 garden update for the spring garden here on the homestead. We'll walk around and see what's going on. I still don't know what this is. If anybody knows what this is, let me know. The leaves are really soft. They've got yellow and green vining in them. If you know what that is, let me know. Most gorgeous bed of zinnias that I have seen. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. So many. I did come out here earlier and harvested a big bundle of zinnias and did a vase of zinnias on my countertop. It's really pretty.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to put it.
My lettuce is coming back. Lettuce. So I'll be giving some of that to the rabbits soon. Got a lot more tomatoes turning. Some massive Romas. I've got several watermelons coming on. Got one right there. I've got a tiny one there. I've got a little one there. I've got two right over here next to each other. Look at this. Would you look at that Roma? Is that not the biggest Roma you have ever seen? That is just unreal. And on the same plant, there'll be one that's smaller. Now, I don't know what's going on with these back here. They don't look great. They've got a lot on them, but they just don't look great. A lot of jalapenos are coming on so fast. My lemon balm, I'll probably harvest some of that. My basil is looking kind of sad. Yeah, let's check out these other watermelons. Moon and stars. There's a big moon and stars. Another moon and stars. Another moon and stars. And we've got this big moon and stars. I had put it in a bag. And then we've got a moon and stars in here in the bed. And I'm going to wait until one of them falls off the vine before I cut it. I do have one of these striped ones inside on the counter in the kitchen. And the stem is still green. So as long as the stem stays green, I'm not going to cut it open because I feel like it could still be growing. Now I was ready. Oh, here's another moon and stars right back here. So I'm going to fix that so it can fall down in that tub. I was going to pull everything out of the cantaloupe bed. Now you guys, I cut open the cantaloupes. What was supposed to be cantaloupes, it is cantaloupe. But when I looked it up with a picture of it sliced, it is a cantaloupe of some kind. I'll put something on the screen to show you exactly what it is. It is not native for this area. No clue how it ended up to grow like that here, but I have 2 more growing. 2 more down in this bed. Oh, here's the other one right there. So I'm just gonna let them grow. I was gonna get rid of all this cantaloupe out of here, but I found those 2 today when I was pulling some weeds. I was gonna get rid of the squash, but I've got several yellow squash coming on, and I've got a zucchini squash down here that I think is cross-pollinated with a yellow squash, but I'm going to leave those for another week, see what they do before pulling those out. But I've got quite a few watermelons coming on. Cucumbers, they weren't done yet, but I was done with them. Every time I'd come out, I would be harvesting cucumbers, and I just needed to be done with the cucumbers, so I went ahead and pulled those out. The tomatoes are doing really good. Lots more red tomatoes. That's a beaut right there. But I'm not gonna pull any more tomatoes for a couple days. Check out that big Roma back there. So what's left in the garden, I've been harvesting for a few weeks now, and what I've been doing is I've been harvesting one thing at a time. So the beets, the carrots, the potatoes. Now I've already harvested 2 batches of potatoes. I've harvested bell peppers and hot peppers and processed everything as I harvested it. So got lots of Jimmy Nordello peppers back here. Now, I know a guy who's messaged me who wants some Jimmy Nordellos, which we use them. We dry them out, and we put them with our red pepper, our crushed red pepper. But he would like to have some fresh ones, so I'm going to see if I can mail him some fresh ones. But I need to be ready to ship them as soon as I pull them. So I'm not going to pull them yet. Lots of bell peppers still on the vine. Did harvest some bell peppers over the last few days. Lots of sweet potatoes. Those are all sweet potatoes. That is Weird Container Growing 26 collaboration with Gail at Gail Southern Living. These 3 are sweet potatoes that I got at Jan's meetup, the Ozark meetup. Celery. Celery is going to be harvested very soon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest about half or 2/3 of that celery. My zinnias here are absolutely beautiful. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to snip these that the petals have come off so I can harvest seeds from those. These are Yukon Gold potatoes, Yukon Gold potatoes, and Yukon Gold potatoes. This is the 3rd batch of potatoes that I will be harvesting, and then I'm going to be done. I'm not planting a fall winter garden. I've done decided if I do anything, it will be garlic, because I did not plant any garlic. I would like to preserve some garlic, dry it out. These are all sweet potatoes right here. So I've got all those sweet potatoes. So this whole center is nothing but potatoes except for the celery. And then sweet potatoes. All of my jalapeno peppers over here. I need to come and cut this down. This cilantro. I need to cut it down. Let's just do it while we're out here. And I'm going to let it go back down in there and let it go to seed. which is already going to seed. But I do want to stuff it down in the bed like that. So there. I don't have to come out here and do it. It's done. I'm marking it off my list. All the weeds from over here had taken over. Weeds there. That whole section right over there was filled with weeds. That bed was full of weeds. You couldn't even see that bed in my last video. If you go back and look at last week's video, week 20, you couldn't see this bed. Because when I amended it, I intended to put cardboard in it. And that's not how the cardboard needs to go in it. But that is a quick fix right there. These are a lot of hot peppers over here. I'm going to come back out in a couple days and harvest these peppers. It's just full down there. And get those drying out. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. These are serranos right here. These are my thick cayennes. These will turn completely red. None of these back here, these are, well, take that back. They've started turning red at the bottom. Those are probably serranos, maybe? These are the purple cayennes back here. They're, one side of them's turned, the other side is not. I did harvest two that it turned. These are more tomatoes. That one's been eaten. Let's just get rid of it. A lot of tomatoes have fallen. I think animals are coming out. Birds and squirrels coming out and eating them. This is going to be a pretty quick update because I've already been harvesting so much stuff. I have done a grand tomato harvest and processed those to the sum of 112 pounds of tomatoes. That was 2 bushels. I filled 2 bushel baskets full. This right here. 2 of those full of tomatoes and processed them already. So anyway, I think next, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to harvest some celery. Some of it I'm going to leave in the bed. Let me just see what's involved with pulling some of it completely out. I've never grown celery, so I don't. This is a bunch. Now these were individual when I planted them because I grew them in the hydroponic, so that's not harvesting very well. But they say you can break them off, cut them really. Need to cut them instead of breaking them. But it smells good. I'm gonna come back out tomorrow and cut it properly, the outer layers, and start processing some celery. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest about 2/3 of it. I really wanted to, so yeah, I grew these in hydroponics, so they're not a bunch of seeds done up together. So anyway, I'm going to come back out and do those. Let's go up, see what's going on up top. Real quick like. For me, it's been much easier to harvest one thing, go inside, process it how I'm going to process it, and then harvest something else. That system, this is the first time I've ever done it like that. And I love being able to keep a schedule and stay on task, for me, that worked out a whole lot better. So that will be my system for now on. These are the bell peppers that will eventually turn yellow. These down here are the ones that I got from our local co-op. I got them planted in here. This is not the best planter. It's real shallow. But I did get them planted, giving them a shot, and I do have, so those are chili peppers, Anaheim. So I will get some peppers out of those. My nasturtiums out there in that zinnia bed are just covered up with zinnias, so they don't stand a chance, but maybe these up here will. And then I've still got snacking bell peppers down here that are very slow to come up, but I may end up with something. Then of course we've got our mammoth jalapenos. I've done another grand harvest of that. I believe tomorrow is jalapeno popper day, so we're gonna be having some more jalapeno poppers. But yeah, the jalapenos are doing fantastic. All this green stalks, man, I can't say it enough. If you are limited on space and you want to grow in that limited space, you need to check out a green stalk. It doesn't matter if you buy it from my link or you buy it from somebody else's link. If you can get a green stalk, man, it looks great. Works great for peppers. Absolutely. I planted some bush zinnias I got from Haas in these planters, but they're dying. They didn't look great when I got them, but they don't look any better now that they got planted. So I'm a little disappointed in those. They took a while to get to me, but check out that amaranth. It almost looks purple with gold in it, like a Christmas tree. So pretty. My marshmallow is reaching for the sun. My sage is ready to be harvested. I did finally get a little bit of flowers on that marigold, like really one out of all that. I guess there's some flowers probably going to come up soon, but man, those marshmallow, white with a purple center, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Got me some landscape lights out here that light up colors. Check out how big this marigold is. Grew from seeds. Grew that from seeds. I'm hoping it'll put out some buds. And then I'm going to let the seeds drop right there where they are. Tomatoes. Got a lot of tomatoes coming on. Oh my gosh, this plant has fallen over. There's so many tomatoes on it. This plant doesn't have anything holding it up, so I probably need to tie a string around it.
Why does it smell like celery?
Yeah, I need to.
It smells like celery.
Because I harvested some over there in that bucket. Maverick's out here and he said, why does it smell like celery? Well, because Mimi harvested celery. Anyway, lots of tomatoes on here. In fact, it's so heavy from the tomatoes. I'm looking forward to just walking out in here and grabbing some tomatoes.
Can I eat it?
Well, they need to be clean, buddy.
Oh.
Maverick wants to eat the celery.
How do I even eat it?
Go rinse it off, and you can eat all that right there. Go rinse it off in the sink, and you can eat it. They're not big, but they're tall. Got my blackberry, thornless blackberry starts over here.
There's a spider.
These are all accounted for. I don't know that this one's gonna.
There's a spider by the door, so I can't get in.
I don't know, that one Doesn't look good. I need to water those. Those are onions. I'm waiting for that to go to seed. If you don't grow a garden and you go to the grocery store when you need a Roma tomato, this is what you're going to get. But here's what you could get by growing it yourself. Store-bought. Brian picked these up at the Dollar General before we harvested any tomatoes, before we had any tomatoes ready. But it's the difference. This is a huge Roma. And that's why you grow a garden. So you can grow what you eat, and you can get store-bought for about $3 for 3 of them, or for pennies, you can get this. This one is 4 times the size of this one. Grow what you eat, and eat what you grow. And that's why you grow your own food. If you can grow a Roma tomato that's 4 times what you can get in the store for just pennies, why not? We'll see you guys on the next one. That's going to wrap up our little week 21. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on week 22.